Child prostitution on the German-Czech border. Cathin Schauer, a social worker with the KARO social project, has been working since 1994 on both sides of the German-Czech border as part of a group that looks after women and children involved in prostitution. She helps the kids on the streets, distributes birth control supplies, goes to brothels to hand out information on AIDS prevention, and supports women and children who seek a way out of prostitution. Since 1996, she has gathered information from a variety of sources, including prostitutes, social workers and police, on the scale of child prostitution in the German-Czech border region in the district of Karlovy Vary, Carlsbad. In addition to close observation of around 500 sexually exploited children and youth, she has conducted more than 200 interviews with people involved in the sex trade. The interviewees included 40 children and young people between the ages of 6 and 17 years, 100 adults in prostitution in the region, 11 staff members of social institutions, 10 police officers, as well as 50 people at the border checkpoints. Child prostitution at the German-Czech border. The dimensions. The commercial sexual exploitation of children in the German-Czech border districts began to flourish in 1996 and has increased substantially in the years since. A key reason for the increasing demand is that larger numbers of tourists specifically request children. The children have been observed mainly along the Europastrasse E48 and E49 and near the small connecting roads to the German border checkpoints, as well as in the Czech towns near the border. The girls and boys hang out near petrol stations, bus stops and restaurants. Within towns, they are found in parks, in front of supermarkets, at the entrances of gambling halls and houses, and at the railway station. In one small town, children were observed showing themselves in the windows of a brothel-like institution. In some areas, the children wait for tourists in cars or by windows. Women holding babies and small children have also been seen touting for pedosexuals from Germany. Small babies and children up to 6 years of age are usually offered to tourists by women. Children older than 7 years are usually accompanied by a male adolescent or an adult. In parking lots and in front of supermarkets, one frequently sees small children who address only German men, "Can you take me with you for a while?" or who beg for money or food, "Can you buy me an ice cream?" Many of the children get inside the cars of German tourists and drive away with them. Older children from 8 years on negotiate prices and sexual services. They offer themselves with questions such as, "Do you want sex?" The men usually drive with their victim to a place they are familiar with where they will not be observed. These places may be on the outskirts of a town, in nearby forests or parks, in isolated garages or in empty side streets, or the abusers go with their victims, sometimes accompanied by a pimp to a nearby apartment. The victims. Many of the children were raped or sexually abused before they became involved in commercial sexual exploitation. Poverty, sexual abuse and family obligation are the main reasons given by children for entering into prostitution. The children usually receive between 5 to 25 euros in payment. Sometimes they just receive sweets. Some sex tourists take the children for a meal or give financial support to their families. The trafficking and sale of children. The study gave clear indications that organized trafficking in children exists. Children from other regions of the Czech Republic and from Central and Eastern European states are trafficked to the border regions or from there to Germany in order to be sexually exploited. Children from remote areas of the Czech Republic, the Slovak Republic and other countries such as Moldova, Ukraine, Lithuania and the Russian Federation were observed and questioned. Their statements, and in particular the interviews with adult prostitutes, made it clear that gangs of pimps systematically drag minors to the German-Czech border regions and force them into prostitution. Some of the prostitutes have already worked in several European countries. One girl from North Bohemia was sold into prostitution when she was 14 years old. First, she worked in a brothel in a Czech city, then moved on to several different places, finally to end up in the German-Czech border region. Later, she and some other girls crossed the border into Germany by taxi and went on to Strasbourg, where pimps forced her into street prostitution. Critical thinking 1. Devise a plan to limit the international trafficking of women and children. In your plan, would you focus on punishing traffickers, helping victims, or controlling people who serve as customers? 2. If prostitution were legalized, would international trafficking be terminated?